So how do I go about making at least $250 to maybe $300 within a matter of a short period of only 15 minutes during the aging session? I'm going to share with you a very simple setup strategy, cover a couple of examples of what you can do when you get home from work. You know, a lot of you are working full-time jobs, and there's nothing wrong with that, but here's an opportunity for you to make some extra income, maybe side hustle, side money, once you get home, okay? So all you need to do is to really go for about 25 points. I'm talking about on the NASDAQ, all right? And this is using the micro NASDAQ futures, all right? A lot of you may trade using it. Nothing magical about it. The strategy is very simplistic. And I want to say thank you for everyone that spends time watching the videos, because thank you. Listen, I love the comments. I love when you guys engage with the video content, not just there, but on the Discord, letting me know, how much of the videos have actually been helping you and how they've been helping you, okay? And the strategy itself. For all those who are both the elite or ultra elite supporters as well, who's part of that private community, thank you for, supporting the channel as well. But that's my way of giving back to you guys and sharing with you my own personal strategy and how I trade each and every day. A lot of you are doing fairly well, and I kudos to you. I take my hats off to anyone out there who's using a strategy and who has become consistently profitable. Now, really all you need to do is use a higher base chart to determine the direction. You probably heard that from other people or just information online. The trend is your friend. You want to make sure you're trading in the direction of the market, okay? Whatever that higher base chart is actually sharing with you. Now, today I'm going to share with you off the 24 range, primarily once the Asian session pretty much opens up. I mean, at 1800 Eastern time, which is 6 p.m. Eastern time, that's when the market reopens after it closes from the New York session. So the great thing about trading futures is that it's open 24 hours, well, I should say 23 hours a day, because it's closed 1 hour for maintenance, and it's open pretty much like 6 days a week. The only day the market is not open is on Saturday, okay? It closes on Friday at 5 and reopens at 6 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. So Saturday is the only time, okay? Now, what I'm looking for is the direction of the market. If we are bullish to the upside, okay, and that just means the market is taking out structure, meaning we are breaking above new highs and taking out highs. Each time it makes a run to the upside and it breaks higher, as you can see here, it's making a new high. That's a break of structure. Now, if we get a shift to where the market is basically transforming from a bullish to a bearish direction, like right here, where we got a high, pulls back, makes a slightly higher high there, but then we come to the downside when we start breaking lows, then that's when I would start to look for opportunity to trade going to the downside, okay? So if we got a push to the downside, we took out structure, we made a new low, pull back, made a lower high and lower low, this is going to let me know. I'm looking at a lower base chart, because you can scalp directly off the lower base chart at 24 range if you know how to, and you can scalp for, easy money, a couple ticks, 25 plus ticks during the Asian session to make some easy money. Now, the best time frame I would really say to trade the Asian session is probably going to be somewhere between maybe 7 and 8 o'clock. But you can scalp it once the market opens up or reopens up at 6 p.m. Eastern time for you guys that are central, maybe around, which is 5 p.m. Eastern time, your time, okay? And if you're out west, you know your time, okay? So for me, like the first 15 minutes after the market reopens, guess what? I'm looking to see, okay, well, especially like right here. You see what the market gap down? You have to know that more than likely the market's always looking to recover itself and to pull back up to fill the gap back to the upside. If we are transitioning to where we went from bullish to bearish and we're making lower lows and lower highs to the downside, as you can see, and then we get a gap at the opening, I'm going to wait to see if the market's going to go back to the upside to fill that gap and then look for a rejection to go lower. Rejection can be where they're making basically equal highs, okay, and not breaking above, making, new highs as they push, as they starting to retrace back to the actual area where they fill the gap. Imbalances, gaps, they have to be filled within the market, especially when the market gaps down from one close of one session to the next session. The market then starts pushing back up to fill the gap right back at the area where it flushed down to the downside at the opening, okay, of the the evening session. So, or the Globex session. So once it pulls back to that area, I'm looking for rejection, or weakness to take the trade going to the downside. That's a very easy setup right there to look for directly off the 24 range chart to take a trade going to the downside. Again, I'm looking for the shift in direction, okay? making lower lows, lower highs at the close, and then we get the gap coming down right here. There's no candles there, but then we start to retrace back to that area where the gap already, the market flushed it down, or basically opened up with a gap from the close of one session to the open of the next session. We go back through the area. We get wick rejections right here. Wick rejections are going to let me know the momentum's kind of died down. The strength isn't there to continue pushing the market higher. And then the market flushes to the downside right here. And a lot of people like to use the VWAP as well as part of their trading strategy. So basically, if you start to move below it after you have a setup here, and this being a supply area, because I trade supply and demand, this is where you can look to go, go short from. I cover setups like this time and time and again, over and over and over, with lots of video content, especially for those who are part of the elite and ultra elite supporter group. You can become a member for as low as $6.99 a month. That's where you're going to gain, valuable access to valuable video content, to where I'm breaking down my trades. These are trades that I post over on our Discord community, but then I break them down in great detail for the supporters and members who are part of that group. You can click the join button that you see right in front of you. Click that button, and you'll see the different tiers in which you can actually choose from. Each tier will lay out all the perks and rewards. So, for example, if you want to become an elite supporter, you receive all my trade breakdown videos where I'm walking you through the cornerstone, the blueprint of how I trade, breaking down every single trade that I actually take and post it over on the Discord. I'm breaking it down in great detail so you understand the premise, the idea surrounding the actual strategy itself, as I go through market structure, price action, stop loss placement, and profit target areas for these trades. But you also get the video playlist and a great video surrounding market structure, which is extremely, extremely important. All for $6.99 a month, which is like 24 cents on the day. So the choice is yours. You can click the join button right there in front of you, okay? Or you can scroll down to the description portion of the video and you'll find the link there just as well. As well, you'll find the Discord. So that's the first setup right there. Let's move on to another one right quick. Okay, let's find it. Okay, so here's another setup right here to show you an example. Let's say we start to move to the upside and start breaking structure, to the upside during the actual session, which is the New York session. And we are constantly moving to the upside, making higher highs and higher lows, as you can see. Then towards the close of the market here, you can see that we kind of we close to the downside right here, but really not taking out and reverse it in any particular direction. We're still bullish to the upside. We have the last high that was printed right here. We come down towards the close and make this low right here. But then we open up, okay? At the opening, as you can see, 6 p.m. Eastern time, my time, within that first 15-minute gap or first 15-minute window, the market starts pushing higher. Okay, we got a high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We take out this area of structure, which is a major area of structure. Okay, that's the last high, and then we start forming some structure here, and then we start making these higher highs and higher lows to the upside. We take out that high right there, and let's say, and which we didn't here, but this is more like a break and retest where we pull back to the actual top end, the neck of, or the swing here, pull it back right there, but we didn't come on down into the actual zone itself. But this is a demand zone. But had we pulled back to this area of demand right here, as you can see, that was within like the first 5 or 10 minutes of the market opening. So even before the 15-minute, in which the market opens, the first 15 minutes, the market didn't pull back here. But had it did right there and we got the rejection, because we have the market also breaking structure above these highs right here, I would look for this pullback, as you can see, right here in this area here. Come on, chart. What are you doing? Sorry about that, guys. Pull us back to this area right here. We get rejection from the zone. I will look to go long, okay? Because this is a break of structure. Demand right here. It pulls back to the key area of demand. I'm looking to go long from there, okay? But it didn't do that. It kept pushing higher. So sometimes the market's going to, not always come right back to a zone of interest. You can sit here and wait, get excited, and think it's going to come back, but it doesn't. But when it does, okay, and we got that break of structure, and we've got a high probability setup here with the market with momentum pushed to the upside. As you can see, there's imbalances resting below. The market loves to pull back to these key areas where it feels the imbalance, back to the actual demand zone, and blast to the upside. So this is what we look for, a structural break to the upside, to a clean pullback, a pullback to a key area of demand. That's another setup right there. These are the type of setups that I love to see right at the opening of the first 15 minutes of the opening during the agent session, okay? I'm going to show you one other type of setup that I love to see. And it more so involves really, liquidity being taken out in either direction, whether up to the upside or downside. But when you have the market shifting in a different direction, and then it takes out an area of liquidity to pull back to a key area of supply or demand, then, say, for example, I'm going to show you an example. Let's just go ahead and show you that right quick, okay? So let's say I'm gonna use a line diagram. I'm gonna pull this down some. Hopefully this works so I can click on it. It's not letting me. Come on. Let's move it down here. There we go. All right. So let's say we're running to the upside, right? And we have this kind of movement here where we're making higher highs and higher lows, and we're getting close to the close, right? Getting close to the close. And then we had this last high, right? So we were bullish to the upside, okay? And below these are going to be lows, right? Areas in which the market takes out, we're going to have a new low that's imprinted, and then the market would have shifted. So let's say we got a run to the downside where it does something like this, and then we get a push lower where it breaks structure below here, and we got a low printed right here, right? But let's say the market then, maybe it pulls back, makes a lower high, okay, and then breaks below this area structure right here, okay? But then let's say the market does this. And at this point, because we got a transition, so let's say right at the opening, 6 p.m. Eastern time, whatever time it is, the first 15 minutes, we get a flush to the downside where we're breaking structure, making a new low. We make a lower high, and then we make a low here. But then the market comes up here. It makes an equal high right here, right? And then we get a pullback where we got a higher low here, and then we break to the upside. And we come to this area right here where there's basically an area where this was an inducement or an area where the market stopped at and made that high there. And then we get a push to the downside and it breaks below an area structure, right? Here, we're taking out liquidity right here. So if we got a liquidity run, taking out equal highs right here, okay, and then it pushes higher and taps into an area of supply, say, for example, I'm going to be looking for some rejection to take the market back down to the downside to sweep below these lows right here. Because the market has shifted. We have the inducement right here to the downside where it broke structure. Then it creates this area of equal highs. All right, pulls back. We sweep through this area of liquidity. They're basically stopping out sellers right here. And they are also, there's also buy stops and sell stops, meaning stops where sellers have who engage in going short here, have their stops resting above here. But you also have buyers who are looking to go long in this area too. The market takes out liquidity there. It goes back up to this area where there is, supply at, which is also an area of resistance, okay? But this is where the market had consolidated prior to taking the structure out, coming to the downside. I'm going to look for this pullback to this key area right here of supply to take the market going back down. And this is what could be the opportunity for a massive move to the downside because you have everything as far as the ingredients that are setting the recipe up that ends up doing very well. Is that it all starts right here. The transformation, the inducement, the liquidity being taken out and swept. We come back here, an area where there is, consolidation before the inducement. We're looking to go short because this is where they engage to go short at. This is where everything started with. This is where the playbook started at right here, or the play from the playbook started at right here. And then when they pull back there, we're looking to continue going short. This could be a massive opportunity to make some massive points. So if we look at things in terms of from a points basis, let's say we're able to just pick up a very easy 25 points times 4 because there's 4 ticks in every point. That's going to be 100 ticks. And with the micro NASDAQ, which is the MNQ, that tick value is 50 cents a tick, right? And if we do that, that's what you're going to receive, for every point that the market, for every contract, not point, for every contract that you actually trade. So if we go in with 5, to say MNQ contracts, very easy, that's $250 right then, okay? 6 contracts, I believe is $300. So what I'm here to tell you is that you can make money trading, just scalping for 25 points, looking for these same similar setups within the first 15 minutes, just using this very easy setup or strategy, trading the micro NASDAQ, all right? All during the agent session, okay? We're looking for the close of one session into the open of another session, looking for opportunity there to be able to trade in the continued direction or for the market to go back and fill a gap back to an area, all right? And once it does, projection there to go short. There's so many variations of setups you can actually look for, but they're all tradable if you know and have have a keen eye for looking for them, okay? But these are the type of things that I talk about when I share my trade setups. To all those who are part of the elite and the ultra elite supporter group, you may want to become one. Again, you click that join button or you'll find the link down in the description portion of the video. It's going to share with you once you click the join button, you're going to see the elite, and the ultra elite supporter tier there, and you can see the perks and rewards that you receive for every one of each tier with the price, and what it is. Very inexpensive, guys. I don't have a course, a mentorship program, but what I do share with you is my strategy and how it can help you in your own journey to become successful and possibly profitable. But the biggest thing is you really want to understand the concepts of how to trade correctly. I'll always mention and tell people, start with market structure, okay? Definitely, put together a good trading plan for yourself. Put together in that plan risk management, and understand how to read price action just as well. But market structure is where it starts at. You've got to understand which way the market's moving so that you can understand which way to actually trade. But you need to understand, the logic behind what pushes the market, and that's the institutions and what they're doing. All right, because the market is fueled by liquidity. So that's all they're doing all day long, is creating pools of liquidity, trapping traders, trying to stop them out. And we're not trying to. They are going to stop you out if you become part of a liquidity sweep or grab, and then the market moves in a certain direction. You have to understand that so you can be part of the movement. You don't want to be trying to trade against it. And those are the things I share as far as, the part of my strategy and the setups that I actually take through the trade breakdowns, through the video playlist, and through the market structure video, which is very important. That's an in-depth. So again, if you're interested in becoming an elite or an ultra elite, the link, click that join button right in front of you on the screen. As you see right here on the video, you'll see a button that says join somewhere, and you click that. Also, make sure, again, like I said, to click the subscribe button to become part of the channel so you do not miss any of the uploads here on the channel. But yeah, make sure you click the bell, turn on your post notifications, and last but not least, if you can do me the biggest favor, and that is drop a like by clicking the thumbs up button. That helps the channel out to get the content out to where it needs to go, to people who are truly trying to understand a systematic way to trade the correct way and become profitable. I use top-down analysis. I trade from range bar charts. The strategy and how I trade is very simplistic. It's just looking at a higher base chart globally perspective to figure out which direction, mark up the zones from there on the higher base chart, and then move it down to a lower base chart to take your trade from, okay? But outside of that, that's really all I have, guys. Again, this video is more to show you what I would do in my first 15 minutes once the Asian session opens up to, try to scalp and make like $250 or more a day, all right? $250 a day. Take care. I'll see everyone in the next video. Goodbye.